Hey guys, good morning. It's Monday, April the 2nd. Here's my weekly update for everybody. Hope everyone had a really nice long weekend and a nice holiday. Today I'm just going to talk a little bit about just straight mortgage qualification. I'm not going to talk about the real boring nuts and bolts of a mortgage application, but more specifically what I want to touch on today is the qualifying ratio, which some of you may know is called the total debt servicing ratio, and how different lenders will look at some of the aspects of your application that can make a big difference on what you can qualify for. So in a nutshell, all the major banks or lenders and the insurers, CMHC, Genworth, Canada Guarantee, they're all looking at about the same benchmark, which is they're going to allow a little more than 40 cents for every dollar that you earn on a gross monthly basis to go towards your mortgage, your property taxes, your heat, and any other credit obligation that you have. Those are, being your credit cards, line of credit, car payments, etc. So this probably isn't news to anybody, but the reason that I'm bringing it up today is I just want everyone to realize that any difference that you can make on those, that 40% or your liabilities, your mortgage payment or your car payments, etc., has a much bigger effect on your qualification ratio than even your income does. So, what this means is if we can reduce one of your credit card payments by $1, it's basically the equivalent of increasing your income by a little more than $2. So the reason this becomes important is that some lenders actually qualify payments on liabilities a little bit different than some other ones. The standard, really conservative method of calculating a payment on a credit card or a loan is to use 3% of the outstanding balance, regardless of what kind of a loan it is. This is what the big six or the retail banks will do, whereas some of my lenders will actually allow us to use the actual payment, or for an unsecured line of credit, you can actually use interest only, which is really what the minimum amount that you're able to use to service that. Some of the other instances of this can become pretty important are things like if you have a client with a rental property, the big six banks or most of the lenders are just going to take a portion of your rental income on that property and add it to your personal income, whereas some lenders will actually take that rental income and allow us to use it to offset some of the mortgage payment, which has a way bigger effect than the prior method. Another thing that comes up quite frequently is if you have a client that's separated or getting divorced and they're responsible for child support payments or alimony payments. The standard is for you to take that payment and put it on the application as a liability, but some lenders will actually, instead of including it as liability, will just let us decrease the applicant's income by the amount of the payment. So a $500 child support payment on the application as a reduction to the income has a way different effect than it does as a $500 liability on the application. So long story short, it's just, once again, just another reason to, that it's important that there are a lot of lending options out there. And, for some clients, when they go in and they have a conversation with their bank, be it TD or RBC, and they find out that they don't qualify, or they don't qualify for, what they want to buy or what they're looking at getting, it's not always a good reason just to stop looking. There's other options out there that might be more beneficial and might provide a little bit more room. So that's about it today, guys. Once again, interest rates are right on the floor. No real change this week in really any term. The 10-year rate is still 3.69. The 5-year rate is as low as 2.79, depending on the closing date and what kind of features that you want. And that the variable rate is still kind of hovering around prime minus 40 basis points, which is getting to be a decent option again. But other than that, it's status quo. So I hope everyone has a great week. Feel free to give me a call anytime or send me an email with a question. And if you have something that might be of interest to everyone else, then I'll address it one of these weeks.